Hi, I'm Dave Hobson. I'm a course leader for motor vehicle. Welcome to Stockton Riverside College. This is just a short presentation for students that might be joining us in September. Unfortunately, you couldn't make it this year. We do like to put a taster day on for people. But if you came to me on a taster day, something typically that I would do is we would be looking at wheels and tyres. Okay, it's something that every student needs to know, whether you're doing a level 1, level 2, level 3 or an apprenticeship. It's something that you would need to know, and it can be quite difficult. There's a lot to know about wheels and tyres. Okay, so the first thing is, I've got my Ferrari in on the lift. What we would do is, first thing is we would check the wheel for free play. Okay, we can tell a lot about the car if there's free play or wear in the systems. Next thing we would do is we would be checking the tyre. Okay, so we're checking the tyre tread to see if it's legal. So does anybody know what the legal limit is for a tyre? I'll give you 4 seconds to think about it. Right, it should be 1.6 millimeters. Hope you got that right. If not, you can do a bit of research. So what we do is we use a special tool. Okay, it's called a tread wear indicator, and we just measure the tyre around. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has a scale on there, and so this would tell me that this tyre has 4 millimeters of tread on it. And what we would do is we would check the tyre right around. You can see the tyres just starting to wear off on the inside edge there. That would mean that it's not quite illegal, but it's getting there. So the customer needs to just keep their eye on the tyre. So we measure it a few places around the tyre. We can see there that it's 5 millimeters there, what I've just measured. So we had a 4 millimeters, a 5 millimeters, and I'll just check in there and see what it is. And we're down to 3 millimeters. So 3 millimeters is the lowest. 1.6 millimeters is the legal limit. So something for you to do. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see this tyre, but across the tyre we have little bands. Okay. When the tyre wears down to that limit, it's 1.6 millimeters, the legal limit. So if you've got a car at home or somebody comes to visit you, just get them to turn the steering around like that, okay, and have a quick look at the tyres, and you could just do them a quick tyre report. You don't necessarily need a measuring tool, okay, you probably haven't got one of these at home. This is more for when we're servicing and doing MOTs, but just as a quick guide, you could see what's going on there. Okay, so quite often people come around my house, have a quick look at the tyres and give them some bad news, and away they have to go and get it repaired. So the other thing that we'd be looking at, okay, you can see there's some, I don't know if you can see actually, but there's some damage in the tyre there. There's a small cut, okay, so that would need keeping a check on. That's not illegal just yet. The cut can be 25 millimeters long before it becomes illegal. And the other thing is, the same again, whether you're on a level 1, level 2, level 3 or apprenticeship, you will need to know this. So on the side of this tyre, we've got some measurements. So it says it's a 155/65 R14, okay, and a 75T. So that's the information that's on the sidewall of the tyre. And as a technician or a student, you'll need to know what each one of these means. So very briefly, the 155 is the measurement across the tyre, okay, the width of the tyre. So if we had a wider wheel, it would be 165, 175, 185. The 65 on this tyre relates to the height, okay, or the aspect ratio we call it. The R tells us it's a radial ply tyre. That's the way that the tyre's been made, the materials that have gone into it. The 14 tells us that it fits on a 14-inch wheel. So if we measure the wheel across, it would be 14 inches. 75 is the load index. That tells me how much weight the tyre can carry. So I couldn't fit these tyres to a transit van and fill the van full of bricks because the tyres would just burst under the weight. So that needs to be correct. And the T is the speed rating. So that tells me how fast the vehicle can go. So what I'd have to do is look on a speed rating chart on the internet, and it would tell me a T-rated tyre could go 135 miles an hour. Okay, so over years on motor vehicle, you will need to know what each one of these means. If you're at loose end over the summer, you could do a bit of research on that. So apart from that, we'd be looking for broken springs, we'd be looking for brake pipes that are corroded through. There's a rubber hose there that could be split. We check the valves to make sure they're in good condition. If you move the valve and the valve leaks, then obviously that's an issue. And just give the wheel a spin and make sure the brake's not sticking and not binding. Right, how are we doing for time? Are we
Maybe go over what we'll do on the cars.
Right. So, oops, it's a ghost in, sorry. Typically on the courses, we would raise the vehicle on the lift like this. Okay, we'll be taking wheels off, we'll be checking brakes. Level 1, you've got to do a series of tasks for us. There's 3 exams to pass. One of the tasks that you've got to do is an engineering task. So we're going to give you a piece of steel, okay, and you've got to cut it and file it, and what you would make there is actually a little tool for taking door trims and things off. Okay, we generally put a little nameplate on there, we can stamp it, rivet it, we're going to cut a thread in it, put a hole in. So engineering comes in to motor vehicle quite a lot. If you were making if you're fitting an alarm system, you might need to make a bracket for the siren to mount to and things like that. So level 1, we do an engineering tool. Okay, you'll also need to service a car. So by the time you get to the end of the course, you will be able to service a car. So you put it on a lift like this yourself, check all the brakes, the tyres like we've just done, oil and filter change, safety check on the steering and suspension systems, things like that. Okay, and like I say, we do theory lessons as well because you've got 3 exams to pass. When we move on to level 2, again, you've got to do a service, but you do a major service at level 2. So we're doing spark plugs and air cleaners and pollen filters, as well as the oil and filter change and all the safety checks. We also do units on brakes, tyres and exhaust systems. Okay, and there's an exam at level 2 for every unit that we do. So again, we'll have to do theory lessons. Lots of students come on motor vehicle thinking it's all practical because they don't like the classroom at school. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Okay, you will still need to study and do theory lessons, but we'll make it as fun as we can. Okay, when we move on to level 3, then we're doing diagnosing. So for instance, it might be that the battery is not charging. So the car won't start, the battery's not charging. Why isn't the battery charging? What's causing the fault? How can we find the fault? When we found the fault, we need to fix it. So level 3 is more diagnose and repair. Okay, and obviously we have our apprenticeship programs. If you're on a full-time program and you find an apprenticeship, as long as your maths and English at the correct level, we can transfer you from one course to another. So that's a motor vehicle in a nutshell, really. Hopefully we'll see you soon. And there's going to be a short video now from the principal. So bye for now.
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Leslie Graham, I'm Principal at Stockton Riverside College, and I'm delighted to welcome you to today's event. We're a fantastic college, I would say that, wouldn't I? But I truly believe it. We really look after our students. Our staff are absolutely amazing, and you'll get to know that today when you get to speak to some of them. I'm sure you're going to have a fantastic time. If you've got any questions whatsoever, just make sure that you ask them. As I say, we've got a fabulous team and they're there waiting to support you and waiting to help you and give you any information or any advice that you need. Hopefully I'm going to get to see some of you, if not this September, maybe the following year, but we're really looking forward to welcoming you to Stockton Riverside College. So have an amazing day and take care and see you soon.
Hi, my name's Alice Reid. I'm the Safeguarding and Welfare Officer at Stockton Riverside College. I'm part of a dedicated support and welfare team based in Student Services, and we're here basically to make sure that you're safe and well whilst you're in college and enabling you to focus on your studies. If you feel like you need a bit more help and support whilst you're here, please do speak to one of the team or talk to your tutor who can refer you to one of us. We can offer help and advice whilst you're here in college, or we can refer on to one of the many external services that we work with as well, if you feel like that might be more suitable for you. So come and say hello when you start. Looking forward to meeting you all.
Race. I'm Careers and Progression Coordinator based in Student Services. I'm here to help you make informed decisions about your future careers, whatever that may be. You may know already what you want to do and need help with planning or how to achieve that, or you might have just started thinking about your ideas and need some direction and encouragement. I can help you think about new options and encourage you to reach your full potential, helping you with planning your next steps at college or into university. I can support you with developing your job searching skills, including what jobs and careers are available, where they are and how much you could earn. My contact details are on the website and your tutors have them as well. Thanks, bye.
Hi, my name's Steph and I'm from Bursary Support in the Student Services team. We understand that coming to college can be costly, so we want to make sure that you have the financial support that you need to allow you to focus on your studies. We encourage everyone to complete an online bursary application form, as we offer free bus travel to and from college, free meals and support with childcare whilst at college, and discounts on course kits and uniforms. Did you know that the college also offers free Wi-Fi, free access to a gym, free swimming lessons, free print credits, free online resources and free access to IT equipment? Don't forget to complete your online bursary form before September. Look out for our online videos to help, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi everyone, it's Kaylee from the schools team. We know that a lot of you will be feeling apprehensive at the moment about starting college, and especially in relation to enrolment. We thought that we would create a little video just to let you know that everything is in hand and just to give you a little update of what the day might look like. Enrolment is going to be similar to every other year, however there are a couple of things that we have had to change to make sure that we're complying with current guidelines. For example, last year we might have invited 40 students in at 10 o'clock all to enrol at the same time. This year we're going to be inviting around 10 students every 15 minutes. Please be assured that we are doing everything we can to make sure that the college environment is as safe as possible for you to attend. However, there are a couple of things that we do need you to do for us also, just to help us along the way. Please may we ask that you attend your allocated enrolment slot on time. If you can't attend, please let us know in advance and we'll get this changed. Please bring copies of your predicted grades or grade slips as opposed to original certificates. This will make sure that we're not having to handle original documents. Please bring a copy of your enrolment letter to your allocated slot. These are going to be sent out very shortly, so please keep an eye out for these also. Please bring any student finance forms fully filled in to your allocated slot. This will ensure that you're having to spend as least time as possible in the college. In regards to returning students in some adult part-time courses, enrolment for these are going to be held online. Once again, I would like to ensure you that we are doing everything we can to make sure that the college environment is as safe as possible for you to attend. We really can't wait to welcome you back through our doors and see you soon.